All right, sweet. We are now live. How's everyone day going so far? How we doing? How we feeling, everyone? How's everyone's weekend? Hopefully everyone had a fantastic weekend because mine was actually pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie, mine was actually very, very good, very nice. Got to hang out with the lady. Got to do a few things. But yeah, man, it's been a very, very good weekend for me. But how about every single one of you? How have every single one of you been doing as well? You guys get to play some airsoft. You guys get to clap some people on the field. What's going on, man? I want to hear everyone how everyone's day has been, how everyone's weekend has been. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the live stream and share this around with as many people as possible. You guys already see it right there, right on the right hand side. Promotions going on as well as per usual, right? Letting you guys give you some extra opportunities to increase your odds of winning this week's $500 shopping spree giveaway, right? Great indeed. Some amazing opportunities indeed, right? Letting you know that we got all the best deals going on right now. But let's see, who we got in the chat so far? Who we got in the chat so far? Let's see, pulling this bad boy up. Let's see, who is first this time around? Is either going to be Black Brick or Joseph Keen is first. There you go. There you go. Don't forget to like the fucking stream. That's right, man. That's what's up, Joseph. You already know, baby. Black Brick up second. That's good to hear, man. Good to see you as well. Yeah, like the stream or you don't get prized. That's what I'm saying, man. Again, it always pays off to like the stream and make sure you're paying attention. Jaw, what's going on, dude? How you feeling as well? Guys, do me a favor, share this around. Let people know that we are live right now. And that everyone has an opportunity, right, to go ahead and get those extra chances of winning, right? And I've got a very interesting topic as well for today's stream. Got a very interesting topic indeed for today's stream as well. Biggest airsoft pet peeves. Very, very cool. Very interesting. I'm also curious to hear what you guys have to say about this as well. But yeah, share this around with everybody. Share this around with everybody. But also wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, too, if you guys haven't already, right, for everyone that's, just joining in right now, right, we have our new live chat function available on the site. I'll go show you guys right here. Right, you guys see it on the bottom corner right there? Very, very easy to take advantage of. Literally, it's for anyone that does want to get a hold of us, our customer service department, or just the whole GI team in general, right? If you guys needed help with an order, making an order, you wanted to get some ideas, maybe you're looking for some recommendations, or maybe you had a problem with your order, feel free to go ahead and use our new live chat function on the website. It is super easy, very, very convenient to use, right? There's a lot of pros that come with it, because I know there are some guys that just don't really want to use social media for whatever the reason is, and that's fine. That's totally okay, right? Some people don't want to use email. And again, we understand that we do get a lot of calls. So sometimes if you can't reach the phone, or if you haven't gotten a call back yet, because we do always make sure to call back, then yeah, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and use the website itself. All you got to do is literally just go onto the website, and you're able to go ahead and chat with any member of the GI crew. We'll be able to go ahead and help you guys out. Someone will be able to assist you, and we're making sure that we're getting the assistance of everyone before we go ahead and give an answer. We want to make sure we're giving you accurate, correct information as well. Typically, again, it's been about 8 to 10 missed calls per day, but even then, with those calls, usually what we end up finding at the end of the day when we actually look at the times that the calls were made, they were typically made like after hours, or they were made on the weekends when our customer service department is closed. You know what I mean? Again, it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 a.m., right? It's after hours, so there's really nothing we can do at that point other than give a call back as soon as we can, right? So even with that in mind, we still want to decrease that. We still want to decrease that even more, right? Want to decrease it as much as we possibly can. But yeah, with the live chat option now, a feature on the website, it makes it a lot easier during our business hours for you to be able to reach out, and someone will be able to go ahead and respond back to you, right, with the information that you need. Again, I just thought it was really, really cool because, again, you could be talking to Cisco, you could be talking to Bowas, you could be talking to me, or any other of the members of the Mayo Gang or the crew itself here at GI. We'd be able to go ahead and help you guys out, which, again, I think is a very, very big step. I did post that on our Discord, and I know a lot of our guys were very, very happy about that as well. Just in case, because I know some people just don't really want to use or log on to Discord, whatever the reason might be, it's there. It's another means of being able to get in contact with GI, which, again, I think is super, super cool. And right now, today, actually, our phone lines are down. Phone lines actually have been down today. They're going to be out for the remainder of the day as well. So if you do need any sort of assistance, live chat. It's very, very easy to use. It's very, very simple to use. It's literally on the bottom right-hand corner. You have a little box where you can go ahead and start messaging, right? A little pop-up little menu. You can just go ahead and use that to start asking your questions away, and someone will be able to assist you. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I think it's genuinely the coolest thing in the world. Again, just having it right there. Just having it right there. Very convenient. But all right, we're getting a few more people joining in on the stream as well. Getting a few more people chiming in. Do me a favor if you haven't already. Make sure to leave a like on this live stream. We're a little bit over 20, but only got 4 likes. Only 4, guys. Come on now. Come on now. Let me know that you guys want us to continue with these live streams. And make sure you leave a like on this live stream. Share this around. Remember, word of mouth is going to be the biggest weapon that we have against the YouTube algorithm, against social media gods that really don't like anything airsoft related, don't like sharing any of our content. They really throttle airsoft content in general. So it really helps out when you guys share this around. Let people know, hey, go on your Facebooks, go on your Instagrams, go on your Discords, whatever it might be. Just let people know, hey, we're going live right now, and we do this thing called our shopping spree giveaway. If you guys want more details about that shopping spree giveaway that I mentioned, I'm going to link that as well into the live chat for you guys to take a look at for yourselves. We're going to put that bad boy in here. Control V. There you go. Putting that in there as well for every single one of you to take advantage of as well. Again, that way you have it in writing. It's very easy to do so. Literally all it takes to enter, I've been saying this for years now, and we're going to continue saying it. All it takes to enter and win the prize pot is placing one $20 or greater order. It can be literally for anything. BBs, green gas, batteries, chargers, airsoft guns, combos, it doesn't matter. Literally anything $20 or more, and you're in. But only for the duration of this stream particularly. Every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into this week's shopping spree. It's happening this Thursday. Also, if you order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4, right? Again, I love this one because, again, I just want people to know how good these guns are. I want people to know how amazing the gun that we put together, right? The airsoft gun that we all built together is, right? The Mayo Gang MGC4s. Order one of these bad boys and you're getting 15 entries. Or no, 50. What did I say 50? 0 chances of winning the giveaway all for yourself. That's a lot of chances, man. That is unironically, genuinely, like a lot of entries into the giveaway. Right, so make sure you get those orders in now while you guys can. And if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a question too. If you guys have any sort of airsoft-related questions, you guys are just hoping to maybe get some recommendations for, products off of our site, right? Again, I would highly recommend you use the live chat. But if you want to just hang out in the chat, man, by all means, put the little Q right in front of your question. Put that in the live chat. Definitely makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to go ahead and see and identify as well. A lot easier, and I do mean significantly easier. So make sure to go and ask away, and I do not mind. Let's see here. Let's pull this bad boy out. Pop-up chat. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. Pull this out. Let's see who we got so far now joining in the stream now. Let's see here. Javante King, what's going on? White Shadow, Francisco Lambaran. Hell yeah. I don't know how to Discord now. I get that. Again, that's why we have the live chat function now on our side. It definitely makes it a lot easier. Zubanel, hello there. By the way, Zubanel, thank you so much. I know I said it, and I'm pretty sure you gave a thumbs up on Discord for when I messaged you. But yes, dude, thank you so much for leaving that video for us. I don't know if you saw here with our social media, our Instagram, but we definitely use that video. Thank you so much, dude. Definitely makes a lot. We just want to let people know that the winnings are real, man. That the winnings are indeed real. Colbert, let's see. Good to see you as well. Let's see who else we got there. That's an interesting question. Need one of them level 3 plates for better for reasons. Okay, yes. Make sure to leave a like. Yes, please. Always really helps. So XR Preacher, good to see you as well, my friend. Isaias, how is Helldivers? I gotta try it at my friend's house, and it was fun. I did the same thing because I remember trying to tell you guys that I tried to get downloading Helldivers on my current PC for streaming, and did not work. That computer is not the best for streaming. It's not the best for gaming. It does not want to work with it. But I did get a chance to try it recently because my little brother plays, and dude, it's good. Like, oh my god, it's good. It's worth it. Especially when you can get friends into it. That's the best part about it. Darktree, my man, how you doing, brother? How are you doing? Hell yeah. Okay, keep scrolling through. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, put the little Q right in front of your question. But we actually do have a topic for today. Again, in between, getting your, hopefully you're getting your entries, and hopefully you're placing those orders and taking advantage of promotions going on. But we do have a topic for tonight as well, and feel free to chime in as well. Biggest airsoft pet peeves, right? These can be things that you see like that other players do, whether it be like, the way they play, maybe the tactics they use or something, or maybe just things that you just really don't really like on the airsoft field itself, right? And hey, I've been playing for 14 years. There's definitely a few things that, catch my attention and that I'm not the biggest fan of per se, or things that are just like, it kind of bothers me like when I see people do it and it's like, all right, come on now. Obviously, you can go with the biggest ones, right? Like cheating. I don't think that's necessarily a pet peeve. I think that's more just everyone just doesn't like that. I think that goes beyond a pet peeve. So I'll avoid the obvious ones of like cheating, right? Because let's be real, no one appreciates that, right? I think one of the biggest ones that really gets on my nerves, and also too, I'll avoid like airsoft fights in general, just arguing because there's no point. There's literally no point, and it's such a easy thing, right? You would expect. I think if we're going off some of the more like random ones or things that maybe not be as obvious. I really hate stealing. Like I thoroughly hate like thieves on the airsoft field. Like, and what I mean by that, like, there have been so many times and numerous occasions where I've seen or I've gone to fields, right? And next thing I know, I'd be like, hey, where did this gun go? Where did this gun bag go? Or where did my magazines go? Whatever it might be, right? It's like, why do they all disappear? Like when I'm like at this field, right? I know for a fact that there have been many instances because I've talked to a lot of guys in the industry as well who work at fields as refs, maybe techs at fields too, that it's just a consistent thing that they will notice that there will be someone trying to steal something. Now, it's not every single field, and some fields definitely have it worse than others, unfortunately. There could be a number of factors as to why that is, but just thieving in general, right? Like stealing from your fellow airsofter. Like that's got to be like one of the most asshole moves you can do to a person. First of all, you're already stealing from them, which is already bad enough. And it's like, it's airsoft, man. Like this is an honor and integrity-based sport and hobby, and you're like really ruining it for everyone, right? Now, we can speak a little bit to this as well. Y'all remember when we had our tandem cross, Cthulhu swiped from us. That was sucked, man. That freaking sucked. That guy, F that guy, man. Like seriously, like that was what like why? Like you know what I mean? Like there are like I would understand to an extent, right? If someone steals like baby formula, maybe someone steals diapers, maybe someone just steals food, right? They're just hungry and they just want some goddamn food, right? That I wouldn't be even like, all right, like that. I can understand that. Like I could understand. I don't agree with it and I don't endorse that, but I understand that and I have a lot more sympathy for someone like that as opposed to someone who just like, oh hey, someone dropped their magazine. Looks like it's my magazine now. I'm like, don't be that way, man. Don't be that way. Don't steal other people's things. That belongs to someone, clearly. You know it does. If it's not yours, turn it into the ref. Let them know if you find it on the field. Like, hey, I found this out there. I think it might belong to someone. I don't know who. They'll take care of it. They will keep it and put it in the lost and found section. They might just have it on their person just for the remainder of the day until someone comes up to them, hey, has anyone seen X, Y, and Z, right? Because refs will usually do that. They will usually hold on to the items because they don't want to just give it out to anyone, right? They want to make sure, okay, this actually belongs to this person, right? Which is really dope to see. I really am glad and appreciative. If I have any refs or former refs that have done that, much appreciate. Big shout out to you guys as well because, again, that's nice, right? That's really nice because nothing's going to suck more than like I spent X amount of dollars on this product for airsoft, right? Whether it be the gun bag, tactical gear, whatever it might be, and then all of a sudden it gets swiped at a field, right? Doing the thing that I love. Like that's just terrible. That's just a terrible feeling all around. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that as well. Remember, guys, every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into the shopping spree. It can literally be for anything. We have so many discounted items. We actually have quite a bit of our Pro Line series that are discounted as well. All you got to do is type in Pro Line. Right, type in Proline and you'll be able to find so many amazing deals. They're talking about these Gen 2s that are discounted up to 20% off. It is absolutely insane how many of these bad boys are discounted right now for a crazy deal. Right? I'll go ahead and link these as well. Put the Pro lines there that you guys can see them all for yourselves into the live chat. There you go. Put that bad boy there. Come on. There you go. Put that in the live chat for you guys to go ahead and see for yourselves. Again, these deals, though, a lot of these are going to be these discounts are going to be ending by the end of the night tonight. So again, make sure to take advantage of that now while you can. And some of them might still be on a shocker too, but literally not for a lot of time either. They're going to be ending tomorrow night too. So just saying, you want to get those orders in now while you can. And remember, if you order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4, whether it be a Mark 1, Mark 2, literally any of the colorways, you'll be getting yourself 50 entries into the next shopping spree giveaway. And this is literally the gun you want to get if you want to be competitive right from the get-go. You don't want to do any sort of upgrades that, right from the box. Like, you're set, man. You are literally set to be punching well above your weight class, right? This is definitely going to be the platform I would suggest. But yeah, that's got to be definitely one of the biggest pet peeves that I have is just thieving in general on the airsoft field. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just got to suck, dude. That's just actually got to suck. Let's see here. Low quality trash 427S. Thoughts on the MGC4 Mark II? Dude, you need to get one. You genuinely, unironically need one of these bad boys. Everyone needs one of these bad boys. This was developed with the help from the community, actually. That's why it's always so important to be on these live streams, to make sure you're on Discord, to be on social media, because that's exactly where we look in terms of like what people are looking for an airsoft gun. We helped, the community help develop this project with us, right? We worked with Lancer Tactical, with the community to develop the MGC4s, and honestly, the Mark II series is my absolute favorite. I own one of those personally, and it slaps. These things are fucking nightmares to contend with, man. Like, these are an absolute blast. You can't go wrong with an MGC4. So, yeah, if you want one, I would say do it, man. Do it. Watch out, I just won a Warzone match. Nice. Yeah, honestly, doing a sort of, like, Warzone-based, like, Airsoft event would be sick. That sort of battle royale thing, it'd be cool. Just finished my first mid to large size airsoft event this weekend. Had a total blast. Dude, XR Preacher, that's awesome. Spent half the day on my hands and knees since I rolled the shit out of my ankle, but I wasn't going to quit playing. Hey, man, that's what's up. That's what's up, dude. What event was that, dude? What event was that? That sounds fun, man. It sounds absolutely fun. Sounds like a total blast. See, it keeps scrolling up. Answered that one. See, I accidentally took someone else's winding speed loader because me and him had the same one, and I was rushing out of the field to leave because I felt very sick, but I handed to him to the field. That's okay. That's important. If it was like genuinely like, okay, we have the exact same one, and I just happened to take his by accident or something, I get that. That one is fine. Like, and besides, you did the right thing by turning it back into the field admin. So that's what's important. You are fine in that regard. I'm talking about the guys that like you see, right, a magazine like this is a high cap magazine. You don't run a high kappa, and even if you did, you know that one's not yours, right? And it's like, oh, okay, might as well take it. Or someone drops like a sidearm, even, right? Because that happens, right? I grew up in a time where that was a very common thing. People would drop their sidearms. Someone drops a sidearm like their pistol or something, and like, oh, cool. I've been wanting a new sidearm. There we go. Lucky me. And they put it in their bag and they walk out with it. Like, that sucks. That sucks. Don't do this. If you see someone else doing that, call them out. Let the refs know. Let's not tolerate that shit. Like, seriously, that's not okay. That is absolutely not okay. Just watched it. Nice job of editing that down. I know I'm long-winded. No, dude, don't worry. Like, again, I tried to get the most important parts of it. You were totally fine. It's just for social media wise, it definitely is a lot easier if it's a little bit shorter. It's a lot more. People are more likely to retain it if it's in shorter format. So yeah, no, dude, you're fine though. You're fine. That was much appreciated. Much appreciated that as well. Just make sure, I have GDI James Gun Master Alpha. They never made enough extended mags that comes with the guns because they always out of stock everywhere. What's a good alternative gas magazine? I mean, the TTI Alpha is like it's built off of a TM spec high kappa, so you can use any extended magazine that you really want. I'll be honest though, like it is worth waiting for those specific magazines. And you can buy them separately too. It's just, again, they do sell out pretty quickly. They are worth it though. They are indeed worth it because I haven't had a magazine be that efficient. Tokimarui does come kind of close, but honestly, the Jag mags are just so much nicer. Like, I much prefer the Jag mags over the Tokimarui ones. But you can go with any TM spec high kappa magazine and it will work. If you want the extendeds, those will work as well. WeTech has some as well. Let's see. Let's go and just type them in. High kappa. Come on. There we go. High kappa magazine. I spelled zine. Magazine, right? There's plenty of options. There's like literally plenty of options. Golden Eagle. You can go with Army Armament. Again, my personal favorite happens to be the Jag just because of how efficient they really are. Like, it's really hard to beat a magazine with that level of efficiency, man. It's tough. It really is tough. I haven't come across a magazine that can really beat it, but that's got to be my favorite one. So if you were on the cusp of like, should I get another one? You can. You can get any extended ones that's meant for a TM spec high kappa, WeTech, TM if you wanted to. There's different options for you. Yeah, there's a few different options. Yeah, I would say go for one of those. But again, that's just my personal preference. You can go with any one of them really at the end of the day. Okay, keep scrolling up. Pet peeve, when someone smack talks you when you are better at the game. Yeah, just general shit talking. Don't get me wrong. I think that like there can be a healthy amount of like smack talk for sure on the field that people do. I think there can be, for sure. I think there is. But I think when people get a little excessive with it, that's just a little toxic, just like, oh, like I beat your ass. It's like, all right, just let's prove it then on the field, right? And if they do, cool, good game. Some people are just really bad winners. It's not just sore losers. Some people are really bad winners. They'll win and they'll just rub it in everyone's face. I think I've only come across it a handful of times, not too many, but it is annoying when I do see that. It is annoying when I do see it. Right, like just take the L, man. Just take the L, or just take the dub, right? But just do it gracefully. Just do it gracefully. There's no need for you to get upset or angry about it, right? Or smack talk, right? Again, healthy, playful banter is one thing. Absolute shit talking, right? Nonsense, like that's just not cool, man. That's just not cool. All right, keep scrolling through. Make sure I'm missing any more questions. Remember, guys, again, I'm letting you know, every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Ordinarily, you'd only be spending $20 and it would only get you 1 entry. It would only be getting you 1, even if it was for an airsoft gun, right? But only during the duration of the streams do we got these promotions going on. So do yourself a favor, get yourself everything you need. Get yourself the BBs, get yourself some green gas, a battery and charger. Take a look at all the pro lines that we have discounted and so many of the Gen 2s that are discounted up to 20% up to 20% right now. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. If you want to get something really dope too, I would highly recommend you get yourself the 2024 Platinum Hot Releases Mystery Box, giving you 15 entries into the giveaway, in addition to winning some dope freaking prizes on here as well. The hottest releases thus far of 2024. One of my absolute favorite boxes that you can win, right? One of my absolute favorite boxes to order. The box, I think, of 2024 that you should be ordering for yourself. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, keep scrolling up. Make sure to miss anything. Just accident took answer that one. Answer that one. Arguing about trades or about full auto. Javon taking arguing about trades. Oh, okay. So like someone just goes to a field and then they start like arguing like, oh yeah, you said it was this or you said it was that, right? Like I guess I could see that, right? That's definitely a scamming. Like I would say scamming in general is definitely not a cool thing to do at all. In fact, it's very asshole move. And then arguing about full auto. I don't know, man. Like I feel like if someone sometimes it can be hard to tell, especially for someone that doesn't really know. So a lot of times I feel like majority of people that complain about getting hit full auto aren't really getting hit with full auto. I think they're just getting hit by multiple people all at once. And to them, right, because they're getting shot all over the place, they're probably just like, oh, I'm getting like full autoed by this one guy. And it's like, no, it's more than likely you're out in the open. You made yourself a very viable target for several people simultaneously, right? Because you're not really aware of like your own profile, of like how much of your body like people can see, right? So it's like, hey, if I'm a person, right? If me and my team see someone that's out in the open, we're not going to be like, hey, do you want to shoot him or should I? Like, we're just going to take the shot, right? And hey, that's on you at that point, really, for just making yourself such a big, easy target for everyone, right? You need to make sure that you are careful. Actually, even today's short, I think was actually really, really dope. Oh, excuse me. Today's short was really dope and actually shows that like, hey, make sure, if you're trying to be a little more effective on the field, do these tricks, right? Like, again, don't stack up immediately behind a person. Make sure you're communicating with how you're moving and stuff, so that way you're more. I think this is going to be a series that we do a few more of as well, because I think there's a lot of stuff that you can learn from it. But even Cisco's has mentioned it before too, that like, don't stick out so much. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna shoot from cover if you can. You know what I mean? Like, or like, hey, maybe work with someone else to put down suppressing fire. Don't be out in the open with no cover or no concealment, right? And then yeah, you're just gonna be an easy target at that point. It's on you at that point, man. 100% it's on you. Oh, it looks like we got someone taking advantage and getting themselves some extra entries into the shopping spree. Guys, entries are low. Entries are indeed low. Get your orders in now while you can. You don't want to miss out. Again, every $50 you spend getting you 5 chances of winning the shopping. If you're not too sure what to get, if you have no idea what you want, or, again, you just not 100% certain that you are finding anything that you want right now, here's what I'm going to recommend you do. Gift vouchers. This is a trick that regulars and mods have been doing for a long time. We're talking years. Gift vouchers. Get yourself a gift voucher right now, right? You get yourself a $20 one, yeah, it'll get you an entry. But you get yourself the $50 gift voucher right now at Airsoft GI. It'll be getting you the 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. It'll take 1 business day for it to clear to your account, so it'll take 1 day. Literally tomorrow, this will be assigned to your account. You can use that to buy whatever it is that you want, and guess what? That order that you make, even if it costs more, you have to do mix, that counts as another entry. So Get those entries in now while you guys can, and don't miss out. Place them orders, man. Place them orders. I want someone to win this $500 shopping spree giveaway, right? It can literally go to anyone, but you got to get those orders in now while you can. All right. Keep scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's see here. White Shadow, can I get a shout out? White Shadow. There you go. Francisco Lambaran. Did you see the eclipse? I saw a little bit of it. Earlier today. I was only there for a little bit. I had to get back inside and get back to work. But I did get to catch a little glimpse of it. I saw some pictures of it. Looks very cool as well. Colbert, do you guys sell a Juggernaut suit? Not a Juggernaut suit. We do sell plate carriers. We do sell pretty much most things that you would need to kind of make your own, but not a whole suit or anything on its own. You know what I mean? Not a whole ass suit. White Shadow, love your videos, and I'm just getting into Airsoft. Well, White Shadow, welcome, man. Welcome. Always love to have new people on. Genuinely love having new people on, new people join in. That's the whole point. Again, if you guys know anyone that's at all even remotely interested in Airsoft, let them know to check out these streams, man. Right? Have their questions answered. Maybe they want to play, but they're afraid to ask some questions. Hey, this is definitely a great place to get their questions answered, man. 100%. 100%. How was my Monday? That was actually very good. Thank you so much for asking, Joe. It was actually a very, very good, productive Monday thus far. Hopefully we can keep it that way. Okay, so let's see here. See 3.5 Atlas pressure pad when I needed 2.57. Help me, fam. Dark Tree, you can DM us, or if you wanted to go ahead and just, honestly, you're not too far out. You can also just swing by in store, and we can have that worked out for you as well. Usually, just by reaching our customer service department, we'd be able to go ahead and have that set up for you. You can DM us as well. We can get that set up. But yeah, you can also just come in store too, and we'd be able to go ahead and get that started for you as well. It's entirely up to you. There's a lot of ways you can do it, Dark Tree. But yeah, we can. If it turns out that the item is not what you need and you need to exchange for something else, yeah, we got you, man. We got you. Zoom out, big easy target. My whole existence level can't hide when I'm bigger than the cover. Oof, I feel that. So again, gotta find some bigger cover. We gotta find some bigger covers and seal, man. Extra preacher. The run was great. Everyone's energy was out of control. Being so tired, loved it. Hope you used something with the raffle. Awesome. Someone like to know your thoughts for an RPK. Ooh. Now that's a great question. Someone like to know your thoughts on RPK. Are they heavy? Anything else similar to what would be a good option? It's kind of hard because the RPK is definitely a very niche role. It's an LMG. I consider it an LMG. I know some people say it's just a really long AK, which it's not wrong, but it's it's a little bit more than that. I would say yes, it is a very, very good option. Some of them can be a little lighter, but most of them that I know are going to be have a little bit. They don't feel too heavy to me. Again, I'm used to carrying 20-something pounds. I don't mind it, right? Honestly, if you're looking for a dope RPK, I would say RPK. Take a look at the LCT ones right now. The new updated ones. Yeah, baby. I mean, if you want to discount it, you can go for the OG version. It's going for $449, $450. But honestly, I would say it's worth it just to get those updated internals. Get the LCT stamped steel one. Going to come included with the updated tuners, including the Gate Aster, including a new Gate Aster right from the get-go. So this thing's badass. And you order one of these bad boys, what is that? Holy shit, that's a lot of entries. That's a lot of freaking entries, my guy. That's a lot of freaking entries that you're going to be getting. It's like, what, 50-something? Yeah, it's like 50 entries into the shopping spree giveaway with this bad boy. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, right? That's insane. But yeah, again, real wood furniture, stamped steel, because again, LCTs come from the same factories that they make real AKs at. You didn't hear that from me. But yeah, these things are dope. And again, I don't think they're too heavy, really. You're looking at usually under 15, usually under that, pretty under that as well. Magazines, again, if you don't have the longer RPK magazines, you can always run regular AK mags, and they'll work just fine. Drum mags exist for them as well. I would say they're not too heavy. And they definitely are worth it because you're kind of getting just a very, very slim, lightweight LMG, right? That's pretty good out the box, to be honest, especially go with that LCT one, like I said. Oh, we got a few more people getting their entries in. Guys, again, get your orders in. It's available right there. You see it right there on the left-hand side. Every $50 you spend will get you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. And every order for a MGC4, the Mayo Gang MGC4, any of the models in that lineup will be getting you 50 entries as well. Ordinarily, right, any $20 or greater order will only get you one, but only for the duration of the stream, which we're a little bit over halfway at this point. A little bit over half. Again, we got a little bit of time left, so get those orders in now while you can. We even got discounts going on for some of your favorite brands and models, especially the Lancer Gen 2s and Pro lines, which are discounted up to 20%. Fucking insane. It's crazy. So get those orders in now while you guys can. What's another pet peeve of mine, actually? What is another pet peeve of mine that I have? Another pet peeve that I have in terms of like what I see on the fields. Thieving was the big one. That's definitely one of the biggest ones. This one's kind of like a more minute thing, honestly, is when people don't or when people really bunch up in one area, which doesn't bother me too much, like it's gonna ruin my day or anything, nothing like that. It's just more so one of those things that I notice that a lot of people do, and I get kind of annoyed when I see it. Like, I understand why people do it, right? Maybe some people are scared, maybe they're a little intimidated, whatever it might be, but it never serves you well to just bunch up. You gotta be a little more aggressive.
Who's scared?
There we go. This man.
Who's intimidated? Who's scared?
Everyone's scared of you, man.
No,
you are intimidating.
I'm so approachable. What are you talking about?
All right.
An approachable guy.
So today's topic, Boaz is with me, guys. We are talking about biggest airsoft pet peeves, right? And I've already mentioned like one of mine was stealing on the airsoft. It was less obvious ones than other than just arguing or cheating on the field that we see it. Mine I've gone over was just thieving on the field. People have said scammers. One that I was just getting into was a smaller one, and we actually kind of talked about it a little bit, was just whenever players bunch up in one area and they don't push, or they just kind of gather or stack up in one area and they don't move, like they just kind of stay there, like more likely because they're afraid to push up. And I just feel like that kind of ultimately leads to them having a bad time on the field because they're not really doing much. They're just kind of sitting there waiting to get hit. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, like one thing that I always notice on most fields is when the game first begins, the initial push is probably one of the most important things that you need to do in airsoft. Like that, I think that kind of determines how the game will go. So generally for me, like I'm not really a speedy boy or by any means, like I'm not doing crazy like sewer slide runs, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing any kamikaze runs all the time. And those who do, by the way, like, hey, more power to them. If that's how you enjoy the game, like for sure go for it. But that's just not me. But every time the ref blows a whistle, I am rushing as fast as possible to like I guess you would say like to like the midpoint of the map. So if you more or less have an idea of like what the field looks like, right? Like if you can draw a line, kind of imaginary line halfway across the field, I try to make it there as fast as possible so that way we don't get swarmed in the beginning. So I think that for me is like the pet peeve is when like I'm the only guy doing it.
Yeah.
Or like me or like three other guys are doing it, and so we can't really establish like
Dominance.
a foothold. Not dominant, but just a foothold, to start out. Because at the end of the day, like if you kind of think about it, like when the ref blows a whistle, if you kind of think of the field as a vacuum, if we only occupy a certain amount of the field, the other team is gonna occupy the rest of it, and then now we don't. Now that's when players will start to bunch up. Like that. That's when players start to like that. Now like we're very limited as to like how we can move. We can't really flank, and then eventually it just becomes like a spawn trap game, and then the enemy team starts playing a whack-a-mole with us, and then after that the refs have to like artificially rebalance the game, and people start grumbling. That's when problems happen. So I think that's like my pet peeve is just the first push. Like you could walk the rest of the game, you could walk the rest of the day, but just that first push. Every time the ref blows a whistle, like you gotta go for it.
Well, that's understandable. Again, and if you're not making that initial push, right? Again, it does kind of leave you vulnerable to that sort of spawn trapping, where like everyone slowly walks up, but immediately gets killed, goes back to spawn. But by that point, the enemy's already got a major foothold in your half of the field, right? They're not going to allow you to move up. It's just the nature of the game. They're going to see a target, they're going to shoot, and I don't blame them for doing that. I think spawn trapping is another thing that kind of does bother me. I do like it when players kind of have is it maturity? I don't know what term it was. When they have the sense to be like, okay, I've already pushed up as far as I can. Maybe I should just pull back. I don't want to make someone or ruin someone's day at airsoft.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, like I self-regulate. Like if I'm with like my team or whatever of guys that we walk on the field together. I don't know them personally, but like the last time I played, we were very aggressive in the beginning. Like I said, we pushed to the midpoint. Then all the speedy boys came and pushed even farther. So like all of us kind of advanced. And later I found out, oh shoot, like we're shooting to their spawn. And as soon as I found that out, I told everyone, hey, like let's all
Pull
move
back
back.
a
Yeah,
little bit.
pull back. Like give them some time to breathe because at the end of the day, it's not fun for us. It's not fun. It's definitely not fun for them. Like we want to have a good time at the airsoft field, regardless of which side you're on, obviously.
Yeah.
And so like I was trying to yell at the guys, like, hey, like like let's push back, even before the refs, like tried to like make us do it, just so that we can give the enemy team a chance to actually play their game and we could play our game, so we can all have a good time. Which actually leads me to the second pet peeve of mine is when after each round or after each game, like when people don't like high five or fist bump the other team and say good game.
I do like doing that
Yeah,
whenever I switch
yeah,
sides.
yeah. I like it bugs me to no end because at the end of the day, like it's actually for you. So it's actually not to like make the other team feel better. It's actually for you as a player. And so when you do that, when you fist bump the enemy team, hey, good game. Or if I find someone that like really like lit me up, or if they like
Good shot.
yeah, or really had me dead to rights, hey, nice shot out there, you got me, But that's actually I do that for me, not for them. I do that for me because it reminds me because like airsoft can be more of an aggressive sport or a game, so to say, because you're shooting at people, and you wanna tag them, but it just reminds me mentally, is like, hey, I'm here to have fun. They're here to have fun. Like we're here to have a good time together. We're all in it together. Like we might be shooting at each other, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same side to enjoy the wonderful game of airsoft. So that's like one of my other pet peeves when people don't do that.
No, I get that. I try my best to do it because I do know that there are, even when I know I've seen players that maybe weren't the most aggressive or maybe they didn't have the highest kill count. I do it because I do want to make everyone feel good while it's something to encourage them, like, hey, good shit out there, right? Like maybe that'll inspire them to do a little bit more next time. You know what I mean?
But specifically, I go out of my way to look for beginner players.
Oh,
to
yeah.
say that too. Yeah, but because also I want them to feel welcome. Hey, maybe while they're playing, they don't feel welcome because they're getting laser beamed, they're getting domed, they're getting flanked, they're getting, all this stuff is happening to them, and it might be discouraging because I remember my first game when I first started playing, like when I was 13, 14 years old. Yeah, like it is intimidating, because I'm stepping into a hobby where there's a lot of people that are older than me, that are more experienced, they know what they're doing. I'm just out there with my G&G combat machine and Walmart BBs. I'm surprised I didn't destroy my gun,
Don't use Walmart BBs.
Do not, so at the end of the day, for me, like if I was in their position, I would very much would have loved it if a lot of those more experienced players out there, like, they say, hey, good game, man, like, hey, like nice playing with you, so stuff like that, right? Like that, I think that really goes a long way, and so that's why I specifically I look for newer players as well, younger and newer players, to let them feel welcome in the hobby.
No, 100%. I think that's definitely a smart move because, again, if they're not having a good time, even if they're the enemy team, right? We can't really have this,
especially if they're on the enemy team,
right? Like you can't really have this mentality. Like, oh, they're the enemy team. I need to, harass them like on and off the field. Like, no, they're not gonna. Then players are not gonna want to show up in the first place. You're not gonna have anyone to shoot at. So again, good sportsmanship goes a very, very long way.
So before the whistle blows, obviously, I think when you're out there in your staging area, you're getting all your gear and everything together, hey, like we're all in this together, as soon as the ref blows a whistle, let's crush him, hey, nothing wrong with being competitive.
True.
Right? Nothing wrong with being like, you want to be aggressive, you want to be competitive,
Yeah, you want those kills.
but after the ref calls a game, right, like we're all back in it together again, we're all of one spirit and of one mind together.
Apes together, strong. People who get angry when they get hit while walking in the middle of very obvious crossfire. Yeah, that's another one too. The guys that are just walking very casually along, or maybe they don't even have their hands up. They just look like a regular player, and they're like, "Oh, I'm dead already." It's like, okay, I'm sorry, man. I try not to argue with that, but it's like, what did you think was gonna happen? You're just walking around there, no dead rag, nothing.
I mean, that's kind of the expectation. Sort of like, why? Like you're playing airsoft, man. Like you're gonna get shot. On purpose and especially on accident. It's gonna happen, man. Like, I mean, I used to get kind of upset at that too when I was younger, but then I realized, hey, like, we're just here to shoot each other, man. Like, it's gonna happen,
It would be a different story if it was like, okay, you clearly have a dead rag, hands up, guns up. You're literally not aggressive whatsoever. You're walking in the direction of spawn very clearly, and then you get lit up by, like, again, several times, like continuously for several seconds at a time. That is very much a case of being bullied. That's not okay.
Yeah.
But if it's anything but that, it's more than likely you
Yeah.
literally just walked into the middle of fire.
Maybe we should put out some like YouTube shorts on like how to die properly at the airsoft field. You know, like one thing that me and some of our friends do is here at GI, like we raise our guns above our heads like this. You know, so that's like the most non-threatening. Like, hey, like I'm not playing, I'm not in the game. You know, for me, when I run around before, like I turn a corner, if I'm like walking like kind of like out of like behind a wall or something or a barricade, I actually take my gun and I wave it around the corner like this. You know. Not to stop, but just a signal to players on the other team, like, hey, like I'm gonna come out, like don't shoot me, like just that waving of the gun. It's non-threatening, like it's kind of signals, hey, like I got shot, and then as soon as you walk out, my gun's above my head, like if I'm ever concerned that like I'm gonna get pelted coming out from my position, I just raise the gun above my head, and usually for me 99.9% of the time it does a trick.
Yeah, no, 100%. Again, just be as non-threatening as possible. And again, and if you get shot, just take it. Just it happens every once in a while.
It's part of the
it's part of the game.
The experience. Yeah.
Let's see what else I see. So, hell yeah, man. My biggest pet peeve is when the rules for an event say specifically no grenades in buildings, but every video of that event shows the players tossing them like candy indoors. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there might be some sort of weird thing going on with that event, like special treatment.
I need to play where you're playing at, brother. Like I barely see grenades being used in airsoft fields.
We do see them from occasion. Like there's that one guy that's got like 3,000 Thunder V's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which honestly, I do want to be that guy.
Yeah,
I would.
I
I want to be that guy
too.
too. I want to be that guy. Bowas and I show up to a field, and we already know how to clear. Like, all right, pack got grenades right then and there. Let's see. I wonder what it says. I saw that there was another one that someone saw. Mine is people complaining about double shooting. Maybe like they get shot a little overshot.
Double tapped. Yeah.
I don't mind being double tapped. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, sometimes you just can't tell whether a person felt it or not, or there's a delayed reaction.
Yeah. I allow up to someone to shoot me 5 times.
That's a good number.
Up to 5 times. Anything more than that, it's kind of excessive. But hey, hit on the moment, man. Like, hey, like I do that too. Like. Not that I do it intentionally, but just a sheer reaction. Someone pops on me, I'm like, just like the initial reflex, try to gain fire superiority in that situation. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like so I don't blame it if someone does it to me.
I do feel bad because I usally do that quite a bit, not intentionally, but because I run LMGs. Right, or just naturally, if I see a pretty large, sizable group coming my way, right, to make sure that they're again dealt with and that they don't try to get squirrely with me. If I see a pretty large force, I will be pretty aggressive with the LMG itself to try to gain superiority and to make sure that they're like, no, don't mess with me, don't rush this position. And sometimes it has happened where I've put a few more rounds into a person just because they happen to be in the way. And at the time, the LMG I was using was a fast rate of fire build.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, my LMG setup, like I intentionally set it to be slow rate of fire, specifically because I don't want my gun to like ruin someone's day like that. Because you're shooting full auto, and full auto is fun, and shooting it at like 35 rounds a second is fun, but sometimes it might not be fun for the enemy player, and like I don't want that. So for me, I intentionally told our head tech, like when he was building my LMG, I was like, hey, I want it to be a pretty slow rate of fire, like an ethical rate of fire. And also, it just helps me save ammo. Yeah, so I don't burn through it.
I think for a lot of Milsim games where ammunition is definitely a valuable, it's a factor. Yeah. I think that is smart. And as I've gotten older, I have grown and accustomed and honestly kind of prefer that now for most LMG builds, for them to be pretty decent at best, like nothing more than 30 RPS at most realistically for an LMG, because you go through ammo so fast with like those DSG. Remember those DSG builds?
Oh yeah. Our head tech had a DSG. What was it, like a Mark 46?
Yeah.
Ripping at like 40 rounds a second, and he'd burn through a 4,000, 5,000 round drum mag in the first 20 minutes. Like, it was ridiculous.
It was definitely a non-ethical rate of fire. Again, not saying that, again, having it automatically seem unethical. It's just, you got to think about it from the other player's perspective, too, which, as I get older, is something that I do take way, way more seriously as well. Let's see, make sure I answered that one. I saw a new one.
That's like talking about a grenade launcher.
Where?
Yeah, oh, you're hovering your mouse right over it. Okay, you just passed. This guy right here,
I want to know about the grenade launcher, if possible, to attach to HK forces. Sand Seltamin. It depends on which one you're referring to. Some of them are like M203s. Yeah, as long as there's Picatinny, you know, you should be able to go and mount it.
I do believe, was it Double Bell? Is it Double Bell or Golden Eagle? I think it was Double Bell. It has M203 with the Picatinny attachment that we have.
I believe, yeah, it might be
Yeah.
Bell.
And then if you want to go like kit correct, clone correct, you also have the M320. I'm not sure who makes those anymore. Those are harder to find.
Yeah, those are little
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, definitely an option. Even the M203 grenade launcher we have at GI, we do have a Picatinny mount option, so you just mount it directly there and you're fine.
Airsoft info. That's a good question. What do you think about Lancer spring power grenades? Honestly, for the price, they ain't bad. They ain't bad. Like,
I
again,
want to test them.
I've tested them.
I really want to test them.
Here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lancer grenade. Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Freaking dyslexic, guys. I got it from Cisco. It's contagious. Yeah, these spring power grenades are like hella cheap. They're $14 normally, discounted to $12, right? I think these are pretty sick. Sick.
Honestly, they're cheap enough where I could just take it to a Milsim event and just forget about it.
Yeah.
Just throw it and forget about it.
Get like 10 of these bad boys, right? And just lob them.
I really do want to see what it's like.
The range of these bad boys in terms of its spread is not like that great. It's like at most maybe 4 feet, maybe 5 at most. But honestly, it ain't bad for what it is. For $14, it's cheap. And if you lose it,
whatever. It's like $12.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's keep going. Remember, guys, the promotion's going on right now. You got 12 minutes left of the live stream. Every $50 you spend will be getting you 5 entries into this week's $500 shopping spree giveaway. And if you order yourself a Mayo Gang MGC4, you're getting yourself 50 entries into the giveaway. Again, time is running out. Now it's 11 minutes. Now it's 11 minutes left of the live stream. Get those orders in now while you can, especially for the discounted items. Lancer Gen 2s and Pro lines are discounted up to 20% off, but for today only. So order now while you guys can. If you have any sort of airsoft-related questions or anything you want to ask us, make sure to do so in the live chat. Can't speak today. Do so in the live chat. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. And right now we are talking about our biggest airsoft pet peeves, things that we notice or things that are like really, really bother us when we see it. Another thing that I would have to say that really bothers me too, like, I understand why people might be a little bit, maybe not like the rule, but I really hate it when players break the rule specifically of not having a barrel sock on them. I don't know why. Like, I understand why it happens. Like, if you forget, you forget, right? But I hate the players that try to, like, argue with the ref about, like, oh, yeah, why do I need a barrel sock? It's like, dude, they clearly have this rule for a reason, and small rules like that need to be enforced for a very particular reason. Whether you agree or not, it's their job.
Honestly, once controversial, I actually hate the barrel sock rule.
I don't mind.
I hate it because I always lose them. I kid you not, I've lost over 100 barrel socks.
Really?
Yeah, no, I keep buying them. I keep losing them. I keep buying them. I have friends give them some to me. I keep losing them. Like, I kid you not. Like, if the magazine's out of the gun, like, at the end of the day, like, you clear it, whatever, put it on safe. Like, for me personally, I think that's enough. But obviously, these airsoft fields, it's probably has to do with some kind of, like, insurance liability, probably.
Also, you're having to, like, with the amount of players that they see, just regular walk-ons. We're not talking like guys like you and I. We're talking just regular walk-ons. A lot of times, not single anyone out, but like kids too, or guys that just don't really have that experience, or that they think like, oh yeah, let me clear this out. We're putting a lot of trust in people to not. Putting a lot of trust in people to actually have the sense to clear out their guns. We've seen what a lot of people can be like, unfortunately, where they just don't clear it, and if there's no barrel sock, it's happened before at fields where they will just shoot around and dick around with each other.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's probably an insurance liability thing. Let's answer some.
Oh, this is what he says about those grenades. Francisco Lombar and I got killed by some of those spring grenades this weekend, and just do a 15-foot kill radius, even if the BBs don't hit me. Hey, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, sticking to the spirit of the game, I respect that a lot, Francisco. Let's see here.
Darwin's Arbiter had one too. He'd like to add a little bit down. This might be a few here, but pet peeve of mine. What's the best? There is no best. What budget you got, the experience you got, and the will to upgrade. I kind of like that. A lot of people will ask the question. Maybe some people ask just because they don't know.
Yeah, I think we have so much airsoft products now. It's impossible to answer the straight answer what the best is, because being the best is subjective, right? For some players, what's the best is what looks the coolest, what feels the coolest, or what is the most like for me, what's the most no nonsense reliable gun? So other people, what's the fastest rate of, like it's a different answer for different folks. So I totally agree with you there, Darwin. Let's see. So someone asked you real quick, says, is Arcturus the only U.S. made brand? Arcturus is not U.S. made.
They are not made.
is-
None of them are U.S. made.
If they were in U.S. made, none of you guys would be playing Airsoft because it costs over thousands of dollars. U.S. Labor is very expensive in America, and I think that's a good thing. Obviously, it's good to pay well people that are employed in America, but unfortunately, that means products are very expensive. But
Well, Therapeutic was asking, hey guys, if you had a $600 budget for the best Airsoft AG for outdoor games, what would it be? MGC4, baby! That's the one I'm going to recommend.
Yeah, MGC4 is definitely probably the best bang for your buck. It's right over $300. So now you have another $300 to spend on accessories because you're not going to run that gun naked. So a lot of people, but you're not going to have that fun of an experience. So, like if you have a $600 budget just for the gun itself, just think about this, like the gun in and of itself is not going to be able to get you everything that you want out of it. You need to add maybe some specific performance wise. The only thing we recommend out of the MGC4 is the barrel and bucking to upgrade it to the unicorn. But you're going to need accessories. You're going to need a flashlight. You're going to need a sling. You're going to need a red dot sight, maybe a scope, a bunch of other things, and a battery and charger, so things like that. And especially if you're going to be playing all day, you need a minimum of, we recommend 2 batteries. So take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Say again, I recommend the MGC4 because again, you are getting the best out of the performance AG that you can get, especially at that price point. It punches well above its weight class. Again, shoots far. Pretty damn accurate, I would say. Healthy rate of fire, and again, you're getting this thing at a steal, and a legit steal. And there are other brands that you can go with.
And then XR Preacher, I know you're back in the Arcturus. Hey, I agree with you. Arcturus is also a fantastic brand to go with, especially the high end stuff. Like I think you're talking about the $600 price point on like the PE lineup of the PP19s and the AK12. Yeah, I agree with you there. Fantastic guns, and it does totally justify the $600 price point. But Arcturus, if you're watching, if you're listening, get all your classic AK monos, get all your your M4 mod, make some PE versions of that too. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
There you go. All right, keeps going through. Arcturus, baby. Yeah. Again, everyone has their own preferences, but they're all those suggestions given were actually all really solid. So, am I good because it was a genuine accident about the vomit? No, dude. Yeah, Jaw, you're good. He was saying what happened with him was that he accidentally took someone else's speed loader because he has the exact same one. And he left in a hurry because he was sick, but he gave it back to them. Yeah, you're fine. You gave it back. You're fine. You are totally fine.
Hey, you're playing in a public area, bro. You're down. You're destined to lose something at some point. I've lost so many things at the airsoft field. It's bound to happen.
No, 100%. I've lost plenty of things as well. I've lost holsters. I've lost whole guns. I think I lost one sidearm once. Yeah. Granted, it was not the best.
Dude,
but
I lost like my $500 helmet setup at Milsom West.
No, you didn't lose it. That got stolen.
Yeah, but I don't have it anymore, so therefore it is lost. It is lost to me.
Gotta agree with Boaz. Make a PE for everything. Yeah, I can see that. Evan Green, what do you think are the 3 best brands? Or again, it's another one of those like very subjective. It depends on what you're looking for. Best for what?
Best for what? Like for example, you want like the highest quality, like authentic replicas. VFC Elite Force, Umarex, right? Like VFC
LCT for Eastern Bloc guns.
Yeah, and LCT, right? So if you want like the true brand, like HK, like Heckler and Koch, right, or Heckler and Koch, if you want like the complete license, let's say like Sig Sauer, Sig Air, VFC also OEMs those two, right? If you want like, for example, Glocks, like the best Glocks. Made by VFC as well.
Noticing a trend here.
Yeah. If you want like the best, no nonsense, like very like tough as nails, reliable system, they don't need to touch. Kitty all day, every day. Especially if you want recoil on your AG, right? Kitty all day, every day. What else? Like just sheer performance, dude. Like, it's controversial opinion. G&G. Right now for me, G&G has been blowing me away.
Yeah, he has been on the SGR 556 and
dude, I can't wait to
make the TR80.
Dude, me and Cisco, we can't wait to make our super like schizophrenic rant about it. It's gonna be amazing.
Let's see, green gas or CO2 pistols, Francisco Lambarin. That's another great question. Depends on the pistol.
I prefer green gas.
Yeah, it makes sense. Green gas is going to be more widely available, and again, depending on the system that it's using,
Yeah.
like the TM system, yeah, there's going to be
Yeah.
a lot more stuff for it. However, I will say I do still have a preference for CO2 systems dedicated, not like the dual systems. The only one dual system pistol that I like a
Baba
lot
Yaga.
is the Baba Yaga 2.
Yeah.
But I actually do prefer CO2 pistols because, again, sometimes I do play in colder weather, especially for Milsim events.
Yeah. But for the most part, I prefer green gas. CO2. A lot of the times when you use CO2, vast majority of share of the market, like the guns will tolerate CO2, but it's not made for CO2.
Exactly.
So CO2 just tends to chew up and spit out a lot of guns.
Absolutely. I am the Big Dipper. Andy is saying, my biggest pet peeve is on drawing nights, like the Shop Expert giveaway. People were never seen before start asking/begging for free guns, gear, drives me nuts. I mean, I can kind of see it. Doesn't really bother me because I'm kind of used to that at that point. Unlike live streams, like the chats, you'll see, oh, hey, I'm new. Can I get a free gun?
Yeah.
We see it in YouTube comments too.
Hey, you know what? I can't help but to respect the move because the worst we can say is no. And the answer will usually be no. But yes.
Like 9 times out of 9 times, it's gonna be no. But
we are so used to it. We get people asking us for free stuff all the time. But hey, gotta respect the move. Yeah,
respect the hustle.
All right. Evan Green is narrowing it down. Let's say 3 best AK brands.
I got you.
Boy.
Octurus,
E&L.
LCT.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Like literally, that's the best. That's the best for AKs, in our opinion.
LCT and E&L are made in factories where real AKs are being made. LCT right now, absolutely slept on. Their new Gate Aster models of AKs, insane. They're updating for the 21st century. Super happy to see it, but they feel absolutely rock solid. And then Arcturus, especially with the newer models, like they're really fine tuning. They're really dialing in their performance. Yeah.
No, definitely. And Arcturus, again, has always been, just a solid brand from the get-go. Very few companies have that much attention to detail in their gearboxes. E&Ls, again, they are made very, very well externally, but internally as well, and they are actually very affordable, especially you go with their E&L Essential lineup, which is one of my personal favorites. Okay, this is the last one. This is the last one from Zubinel. I'm sure it's someone's pet peeve. People running around with non-airsoft foam darts, lightsabers. I got a pixel lightsaber running around with occasionally. Death by Rainbow Laser Sword, lol. I like that. I mean, I don't. It never really bothered me. I have never met a person that was bothered by a non-airsoft weapon.
I think it does take away from the
immersion.
Yeah, or the spirit of the game. Hey, we're all here to play with airsoft replicas, not other things. So it's I can get that. I can totally understand that. But honestly, if someone pulls out a Nerf gun and shoots me with it at mid airsoft game, I'll call myself out. I'll be like, yo, I respect that. I respect that. Yeah.
Mans was bold enough to try.
But it has to be like a close up kill. It can't be I'm not looking. I'm kind of looking away, and he shoots from a distance, and all of a sudden I hear a thoop from a Nerf bullet. I look at it and be like, do I call myself out? But if this dude comes out behind me dead to rights and just execution styles me with a Nerf pistol, I'll be like, hey, I respect that a lot.
Damn, this guy's got balls of steel.
I'll shake his hand before walking off.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, it is now 5 o'clock. That is going to be the end of this live stream. Big shout out to everyone that participated in the live chat. Y'all, again, it's always really fun when you get to actually chime in the conversation. Well, big shout out to everyone that placed their orders. Every single one of you is going to be getting your extra entries into the shopping spree, which you guys can as well. There are still opportunities. Get yourself a 2024 Platinum Hot Releases mystery box. You get 15 chances of winning. You can still get yourself a Lance Tactical Gen 2, maybe a Pro Line series, and so much more.
Just show the prize list.
There you go. Okay, I'll show the prize list again for the 2024. Right? Just look at this. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how many amazing prizes you get.
You're telling me that you could win a Gucci airsoft gun, some of the hot new releases of this year, and potentially what's the prize pot up
$500.
$500 worth of spending cash at Airsoft GI? Come on.
Yes, 100%. And again, so many discounted items right now, especially with the Lancer Tacticals are going up to 20%, and so much more too. So make sure to get those orders in now while you guys can. Guys, it's been absolutely real. Big shout out to everyone for watching. Always appreciate all your viewerships, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. My name is Isaias.
And Boaz.
We'll see you guys